morning to you. A 10th person's been arrested by police investigating the murder of the soldier Lee Rigby in Woolwich last Wednesday. The 50-year-old man was held at Welling in southeast London. The arrest comes as it's emerged a human rights organisation helping one of the men, seized at the scene, expressed concern about his mental stability before the attack. Tom Parmenter reports.
We know he was on the radar. We know there had been contact between him and the security services. Those who worked with him say he was paranoid. In 2010, Michael Adebolajo was in court in Kenya. He was accused of trying to meet up with al-Shabaab militants in Somalia. Sometime later, back in London, he turned to a human rights group called Cage Prisoners. He was looking for help and was given a caseworker.
What he said to me was that this person seemed to be, he's never seen anybody in all the cases that we've come across behave as erratically as he had been. Him and his family, he has to say, including very close relatives. And those relatives were put in a state of constant paranoia is the word that he uses, from visitations which had links to things that happened abroad.
Mozambique was himself held for 2 years at Guantanamo Bay, but never charged. His group's early case notes on Michael Adebolajo claim that contact with the security services ended in 2012 with a message that read, "We have no option but to proceed without you."
The only way to stop the radicalization of people like Mr. Adebolajo is to turn off all the television screens and turn off all the radios and close all the newspapers and close down the entire internet. That way they won't get any news of what's happening in the world.
10 people have now been arrested in connection with the murder. 4 have been bailed on suspicion of conspiracy to murder. 2 women have been released without charge. 1 man who was arrested yesterday is still in police custody and another is now being held. And the 2 men arrested at the scene are still in hospital, waiting to be questioned.
The ideal situation is that these people are released from the hospital, released back into police custody, whether they'll go to a police station, whether they'll be interviewed in a proper police detention room. It may well be that these guys may be in hospital for some time, in which case the officers will be keen to do it as soon as possible.
The latest demonstrations saw thousands converge on Westminster. The English Defence League on one side, Unite Against Fascism on the other. In Woolwich, the shrine to drummer Lee Rigby grows bigger. His murder has stirred many emotions, but the sadness people feel is now spelt out in the clearest terms. Tom Parmenter, Sky News, Woolwich.
Well, let's go to Siobhan Robbins, who's reporting from Woolwich tonight on an eventful day right across London. Siobhan.
That's exactly right. I think, first of all, that 5 days on from this murder, we're really starting to get some insight into the 2 main suspects in the case, Michael Adebolajo and Michael Adebowale, of course, both still in hospital recovering from gunshot wounds, and the police haven't been able to speak to them. But it's interesting to hear in that report that one of the charities that worked with Adebolajo describing him as a paranoid individual, and we're also, of course, hearing information that both of these men were regularly seen on the streets of both Greenwich and Woolwich preaching their very strong views, and it's little threads like that that the police can pull together to try and bring a wider perspective as to what may have motivated these 2 men. In terms of the wider investigation, there's been a bit of a move there today as well. A 50-year-old man arrested earlier today, about 15 minutes up the road in Welling. He's been arrested on suspicion of conspiracy to commit murder. And outside that investigation, we've also seen some more arrests. As you know, as Tom mentioned in his report, there was that demonstration by the English Defence League and anti-fascist protesters. Well, we've been told by the police in the last few minutes that 13 people from both the EDL and the anti-fascist groups have been arrested on a range of public order offences. So it'll be interesting to see if more problems will be caused by groups outside of this main investigation. But you can tell that 5 days on, feelings are really still running very high.
Indeed, Siobhan, thank you very much.